Picture yourself waking up every morning with vibrant energy, ready to walk, dance, and tend to your garden, activities that bring genuine joy to your life. Your legs serve as the foundation of your independence, acting as silent champions that maintain your freedom of movement. However, what if I revealed that certain common foods sitting right on your kitchen table might be quietly draining the power from your legs? Indeed, some ordinary foods could be the hidden culprits behind muscle weakness and diminished mobility. As we explore this important topic, I encourage you to reflect on the meals that regularly appear in your daily routine. These are not unusual or exotic ingredients, but rather everyday staples that might be silently stealing away your energy and strength. Understanding these foods and recognizing their lasting effects on our leg strength becomes absolutely essential. Yet this journey is not solely about elimination. It is about making wiser decisions that can boost your strength and promote an energetic, active way of living. When we learn which foods to reduce, we can make educated choices that help preserve our independence and movement abilities. Remember, the ability to enhance our mobility and sustain our independence throughout our aging process lies within our control, and it begins with the decisions we make at our dinner table. Before we dive deeper, I would love to know your location today. Please share in the comments below and feel free to ask any questions. Do not forget to subscribe to Balance Health and activate notifications so you never miss a valuable health-enhancing tip. Understanding high-purine foods and their impact. As we navigate the complex world of nutrition, we frequently encounter various elements that can deeply affect our health, sometimes in ways we might not immediately understand. Purines exist in numerous foods that are celebrated for their rich taste and often become staples at our dining tables. Consider a delightful seafood feast featuring shrimp or scallops, or perhaps a substantial meal that includes liver or kidney. These dishes are not only fulfilling, but also deeply rooted in many cooking traditions. However, they possess an aspect that requires closer examination, particularly if you find yourself struggling with joint pain or stiffness in your legs. When we eat foods rich in purines, our bodies convert these compounds into uric acid. This represents a normal metabolic process, but complications arise when uric acid builds up in the bloodstream. Elevated uric acid levels can result in a condition called hyperuricemia, which can trigger the development of uric crystals around joints, frequently causing joint pain and discomfort. For anyone who has dealt with gout, this process might sound recognizable. It is the identical mechanism that produces the intense and often severe joint pain typical of that condition. But why should we focus particularly on the legs? Our legs are essential to our independence and movement capability. When joints such as the knees or ankles suffer from stiffness and pain, it can dramatically impact our capacity to carry out daily activities. Managing purine consumption involves making thoughtful choices. While it is neither necessary nor advisable to completely remove all purine-rich foods, learning how to balance these with other lower purine alternatives can create a meaningful difference in controlling uric acid levels. For example, substituting some higher purine options with foods like eggs, nuts, and a wide variety of fruits and vegetables can be an enjoyable way to maintain dietary balance without overwhelming your system with purines. These alternatives not only supply abundant essential nutrients, but also come filled with flavors that can make your meals exciting and diverse. Adding more eggs to your eating plan provides superior protein quality, while nuts deliver that satisfying texture along with beneficial fats and fiber. Fruits and vegetables shine when it comes to nutrition, offering everything from antioxidants to vitamins, all supporting overall health, including joint wellness. Picture beginning your day with a smooth, creamy omelet loaded with your preferred vegetables, or enjoying a handful of nuts for an afternoon snack. These selections not only help control your purine consumption, but also contribute to a healthier lifestyle that supports your joints. The challenge of excessive red meat consumption. Red meat, a traditional centerpiece at numerous dinner tables, often brings to mind flavorful steaks, succulent burgers, and Sunday roasts that bring families together. It provides abundant protein and essential nutrients, making it an appealing choice for many meals. Yet balance becomes crucial, as indulging too frequently in red meat can create less than favorable effects on our health, especially concerning our joints and muscles. Imagine enjoying a wonderful dinner with family members where red meat takes center stage. It feels satisfying, does it not? However, when such meals become routine occurrences, they might contribute to increased inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation can stiffen your joints and worsen muscle pain, which might gradually develop, transforming simple activities like morning walks or stair climbing into uncomfortable tasks. The relationship between red meat and inflammation stems from its elevated levels of saturated fats and compounds such as purines and advanced glycation end products, which can trigger inflammatory responses in your body. Over time, this chronic inflammation could result in ongoing discomfort, affecting your mobility and life quality. However, let us not focus on the drawbacks without discovering a path to better alternatives. Transitioning to leaner proteins can introduce delightful variety to your meals while caring for your muscle and joint health. Consider the subtle, mild tastes of chicken and turkey, which can be equally satisfying when prepared with herb sprinkles and creative touches. These meats contain lower saturated fat levels and can serve as a healthier focal point for your dinner without sacrificing the pleasure of a satisfying meal. We should not overlook the strength of plant-based proteins like beans and legumes. These wonderful alternatives pack not only protein, but also fiber, antioxidants, and minerals. Incorporating beans, lentils, chickpeas, and other legumes into your diet can introduce new textures and flavors to your meals. Picture a rich, spicy chili prepared with mixed beans, or a refreshing lentil salad mixed with fresh herbs. These dishes are nourishing, satisfying, and provide the proteins your body requires without the additional burden of excessive red meat. The hidden dangers of high-salt foods salt, that universal ingredient that seems to find its way into nearly every dish, can be more than simply a flavor enhancer. It could actually be a sneaky contributor to significant health problems. While a small amount here and there helps highlight the flavors in our meals, it is the excessive consumption that truly demands our attention. Too much salt in our diets can cause water retention, leg swelling, and even elevated blood pressure, all of which can significantly strain our leg strength and overall mobility. Let us imagine a typical day. Perhaps you begin with a store-bought breakfast sandwich, have a quick-service restaurant meal for lunch, and end the day with a ready-to-eat meal from the grocery store. It might not appear significant, but the combined salt content in these meals can be considerably higher than what our bodies actually need. This can be particularly problematic for those of us who value an active lifestyle, as the effects of high sodium consumption can literally slow us down. When our bodies retain excess water due to high salt intake, it is not simply about feeling bloated. This retention can increase pressure in our blood vessels, making it more difficult for our heart to pump blood efficiently. This can lead to swelling, particularly in the legs, making it uncomfortable and sometimes painful to participate in activities like walking or even standing for extended periods. However, envision transforming your meals by simply replacing high-salt ingredients with vibrant herbs, spices, or a splash of lemon. This is not just about reducing salt, it is about rethinking how we season our food to enhance its natural goodness. For instance, imagine roasting chicken with rosemary, thyme, and olive oil, or brightening a salad with fresh lemon juice and chopped herbs like basil or cilantro. These alternatives provide flavor bursts without depending on salt, and they come with their own health benefits. Using herbs and spices not only improves your meal taste, but also introduces various antioxidants and nutrients that can help improve overall health. The problem with deep-fried foods there is something undeniably appealing about the golden, crispy exterior of deep-fried foods. Whether it is French fries, chicken wings, or crispy donuts, the attraction of that satisfying crunch is almost universal. However, while these treats may please our taste buds, they carry some less than favorable health impacts, particularly regarding our mobility and joint health. The primary concern with deep-fried foods lies in the fat type used and the frying process itself. Many of these foods are prepared using oils rich in trans fats. While they excel at providing that desirable crispiness, trans fats are not friendly to our bodies. Consuming them can lead to inflammation throughout the body, including the muscles and joints. Consider how your body feels after eating a meal heavy in deep-fried foods. There is often a sense of heaviness and sluggishness, not just in your stomach, but throughout your entire body. This is your body responding to the high levels of unhealthy fats and compounds formed at high frying temperatures, signaling that something is wrong. However, the positive news is that there are wonderful ways to achieve the same textural satisfaction without compromising your health. Swapping deep frying for baking or grilling can transform your meals from health hazards to health promoters. For instance, instead of deep frying chicken, you might try marinating it in your favorite herbs and spices, then grilling it to perfection. The result is chicken that is moist and flavorful inside with a wonderfully satisfying texture outside. Or consider the simple potato. Instead of submerging it in oil for fries, slice it thin. Toss it with olive oil and your choice of seasonings, and bake it in the oven. You will still achieve that craving-worthy crunch with a fraction of the fat. Embracing these cooking methods is not just about avoiding trans fats. It is about rekindling a relationship with food that respects and nourishes your body. Baking and grilling open up a spectrum of flavors that frying often masks. They allow the real essence of food to shine through, enhanced by smoke or the caramelization of natural sugars under high heat, processes that not only amplify flavor, but also preserve more of the food nutrients. The impact of refined carbohydrates. There is something comforting about enjoying a soft slice of white bread or indulging in a sweet pastry. These foods are staples in many diets, cherished for their simplicity and the pleasure they provide. However, as delightful as these foods may seem, they carry hidden consequences that might not align with our goals for healthy living. Refined carbohydrates, like those found in white bread, pastries, and other processed foods, have a more significant impact on our bodies than we might realize. When you eat these types of foods, they break down quickly into sugar, leading to rapid spikes in your blood sugar levels. This is not just a concern for those monitoring their sugar intake. These spikes can affect everyone by leading to a cycle of highs and lows that can influence your overall energy and mood throughout the day. Moreover, when your blood sugar spikes, your body reacts by increasing inflammation. This is not the type of inflammation you see, like swelling from an injury, but rather a subtle internal process that can weaken the tissues in your muscles and joints over time. Instead of reaching for that white bread or another pastry, consider choosing whole grains like oats, quinoa, or whole wheat options. These alternatives work wonders for your body beyond just their nutrient content. Whole grains digest more slowly, providing a steadier energy source and keeping your blood sugar levels more balanced throughout the day. Imagine starting your day with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with cinnamon and perhaps fresh berries or banana slices. Or consider the satisfying crunch of a whole grain sandwich loaded with your favorite grains and proteins for lunch. These meals not only nourish you, but also provide the complex carbohydrates your body needs to maintain stable blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Switching to whole grains does not mean sacrificing flavor or satisfaction. On the contrary, it opens up a new realm of culinary possibilities. Whole grains carry robust flavors and textures that refined grains lack. Quinoa, for instance, has a slightly nutty flavor that complements both sweet and savory dishes, making it a versatile base for meals. Oats can be enjoyed beyond breakfast, incorporated into baking for a nutritious boost. Asterisk asterisk, the sweet trap of processed sugar asterisk asterisk, there is no denying the allure of sweets. The taste of a deliciously rich chocolate cake or a soft, sugary donut can bring a moment of joy and satisfaction. However, as we savor these delights, it is essential to consider the broader impacts that processed sugars can have on our health, particularly how they affect our body metabolism and muscle health. Processed sugars, found abundantly in candies, baked goods, and many sugary drinks, have a way of sneaking into our diets more often than we might realize. The immediate gratification they provide comes with a price. However, sharp spikes in our insulin levels. Insulin is a hormone that plays a critical role in how our bodies use and store energy. When we consume foods high in processed sugar, our bodies rush to manage the sudden influx of sugar into our bloodstream by releasing large amounts of insulin. This can lead to a rapid increase in insulin levels, followed by a steep drop, which you might recognize as the sugar crash that leaves you feeling tired and sluggish after the sugar high wears off. But the impact goes beyond just feeling tired. These insulin spikes can contribute to longer-term health issues, including weight gain. Excess weight, particularly around the waist, puts additional strain on your legs and joints, making activities like walking or climbing stairs more difficult and less enjoyable. The extra weight can also contribute to a general decline in muscle health, affecting your mobility and independence as you age. However, life is meant to be sweet, is it not? So, instead of cutting out all sweets, it is about finding healthier ways to satisfy those cravings. One delightful way to do this is by turning to natural sugars found in fruits. Imagine biting into a crisp apple or enjoying a bowl of fresh berries. These not only satisfy your sweet tooth, but also provide fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, which are all excellent for your health. Another option is to use natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup. These sweeteners are more potent than processed sugar, so you can use them sparingly to achieve the same level of sweetness while consuming less sugar overall. For instance, drizzling a little honey on Greek yogurt or adding a splash of maple syrup to your oatmeal can enhance the flavor without overwhelming your body with sugar. Asterisk asterisk, the processed meat dilemma asterisk asterisk. In our quest for convenient and quick meal options, processed meats often find their way into our shopping carts. They are ready to eat, easy to cook, and undeniably flavorful. But have you ever paused to consider what goes into making these meats so convenient? Processed meats like sausages, bacon, and deli slices are not just meats. They are often packed with preservatives and high levels of sodium, which could be doing more harm than good to our bodies. Let us unpack this situation. The high sodium content typical of these processed meats can lead to increased blood pressure and water retention, which puts additional strain on your heart and circulation system. Poor circulation does not just slow you down. It can affect everything from your energy levels to the strength of your muscles, potentially leading to a decrease in overall mobility. It does not end there. The preservatives used in these meats, such as nitrates, can break down into compounds that may contribute to chronic health issues. However, the beauty of our dietary choices is that we always have alternatives. Instead of opting for that packet of ham or salami, why not choose fresh, unprocessed cuts of meat? When you buy fresh meat, you are not just purchasing a piece of protein, you are investing in your health. Fresh meats are free from the preservatives and excessive sodium found in their processed counterparts. Cooking with fresh cuts also gives you the freedom to season and prepare them in a way that suits your taste and health needs. Moreover, there is a colorful and exciting world of vegetarian proteins to explore. Tempeh and tofu, for instance, are fantastic alternatives that not only add variety to your diet, but also provide numerous health benefits. Tempeh, made from fermented soybeans, is rich in protein and has a satisfying nutty flavor that makes it a great addition to stir-fries and salads. Tofu, on the other hand, is incredibly versatile and absorbs flavors well, making it perfect for almost any dish, from smoothies to spicy curries. Integrating these healthier alternatives into your meals can transform your diet. Imagine stir-fried tempeh with crisp vegetables or a tofu scramble that is just as satisfying as any meat-based dish. These options allow you to enjoy diverse flavors while caring for your body's nutritional needs.